What's up, sports bettors? If you bet on sports in the US, you've probably heard the term free bet. DraftKings Sportsbook, all the big sportsbooks offer free bets, right? Refer a friend, get a $100 free bet. So, a common question people have as they kind of start to explore sports betting is, how do I use a free bet, right? What is a free bet? How do I use it? So, kind of what we're going to talk about in this video is, I have a $200 free bet. What are my options, right? How do I maximize profit? Because a free bet is worse than cash. If you gave me a $200 free bet or $200 cash, you always want to pick the cash, but we have free bets on Sportsbook, so let's describe them. So you can see right here, I have a $200 free bet. So the question is, what do I do with it, right? And essentially, to understand that, you need to understand how free bets work. With a free bet, you do not get back your stake if you win. So that may be a little confusing, so let's go through an example. If I bet on the Eagles at minus 200 odds and the Eagles win and I stake $200, then I get back 300 total, right? I'm laying 200 to win 100 in profit. So if my bet wins, I get back $300, right? I get my $200 stake and my $100 profit. Now with a free bet, it's completely different. You only get back the profit. So if I place a $200 free bet on the Eagles minus 200 and that wins, I'll only win $100. So it's a little weird, right? Because my bet won and my $200 free bet is only worth $100 then. So kind of due to the math behind free bets, which we've discussed in other videos, you should be placing your free bets on long shots, right? And there are a few options for kind of maximizing the profit margin of your free bet. So let's just go ahead, let's get into them. So the first one is you can use a free bet converter, right? So OddsJam has this awesome tool. It's called a free bet converter. There's a little quick start wizard if you want to learn more about it. But essentially, what a free bet converter does is it tells you, hey, if you wanted to hedge your free bet on a different sports book and just make a risk-free profit, here's how you could do it at the highest possible rate. Okay, so in this example, you can see currently the best free bet opportunity, and you just put in your sportsbook here where you have the free bet. So if I have a $200 free bet, let's just say my free bet were for $100, right? 70% conversion means you're turning in a $100 free bet into $70 risk-free profit, okay? Now, if you scroll down, right, 63% conversion means you're turning in a $100 free bet into $63 in risk-free profit. So obviously the higher conversion percentage, the better, and it will depend on the sportsbooks in your location. So what this tells you is, hey, you can convert your $200 free bet into $140 worth in cash. Just pull up the calculator. So what we do is we open up the calculator and we say, okay, my free play or free bet amount is $200. And what this calculator will do is tell you, hey, great, that's awesome. Here's where you put your free bet, Vanderbilt plus 375 on WinBet, and here's where you hedge. DraftKings, Wake Forest minus 435, right? You're always going to be converting your free bet on equal and opposite outcomes. You can't have two college football teams win. One wins or the other wins. Pretty simple, right? Equal and opposite outcomes. So OddsJam kind of, is constantly scanning all of the lines on sportsbooks, updating them in real time, of course, to try to show you, hey, where can you get the best free bet opportunities? So let's go back to DraftKings and we'll go to college football. So if we go to Vanderbilt, you can see exactly as OddsJam says, Wake Forest is minus 435. Okay, great. So DraftKings tells me, I apologize, the free bet converter on OddsJam, it tells me, hey, place your $200 free bet on Vanderbilt at plus 375, hedge 609.81 on Wake Forest at minus 435. So you do that on DraftKings, right? You can see the DraftKings logo right here. And you'll make a risk-free profit of $140.19, which is a 70% conversion. So you may be thinking, well, how does that work? Well, let's just run through the math, right? We have a $200 free bet. We're putting on Vanderbilt at plus 375 odds. And then we have $610, 609.81, that we're placing on DraftKings at minus 435. Let's just say it's $610 to make the math simpler, right? You round up a bit. Who cares? You're making $140. So basically there's two options, right? Vanderbilt wins or Wake Forest wins. okay? So if Vanderbilt wins, this is what happens, our free bet wins, right? So we win 200 times 3.75. Our free bet at plus 375 odds wins. So we win $750 on WinBet. We lose $610 on DraftKings. Okay? So you net $140 in profit. Now what if my free bet loses? Well, it's a free bet. It's a bonus. It's not real money. It's not your money. You lose nothing. Your profit is zero. But what you win on DraftKings if Wake Forest wins is, well, you bet $610 at minus 435 odds. So you win $140. So 70% conversion. In either case, you turn your $200 free bet into $140 in cash. You're just hedging, right? So that's one strategy for using your free bets. Now there's another strategy that's actually more profitable because it doesn't make sense always to hedge. But regardless, let's get into to kind of how to find this. So what we can do is go to OddsJam and just, you can set your maximum odds at anything really as you search for good bets. And again, because of the way that free bets work, that you don't get back your stake if you win, it is mathematically optimal, to place your free bet at long odds, right? So what we can do is just kind of find some bets that look good. Ohio under 14.5, there's one. So let's go here. We want to go to, this is Ohio Penn State. So let's go to this game and we want Ohio under, I'm not even sure where this is or if it's offered in my state. Some sportsbooks don't offer particular markets, but we can kind of search through and just try to find some bets on WinBet that look like they're at, they're positive EV, like they're at great prices. So what you can see right here is, hey, Tigers plus 125. This bet looks pretty dang good. Bet Online only giving us plus 118. Pinnacle only giving us plus 118. So what we can do is just go, okay, might as well hit that. Go to Tigers plus 125. Add this to our free bet, okay? Now again, the longer the odds, the better for free bets. Higher odds, as long as your bet is profitable, of course, the better in terms of the math behind optimizing what a free bet is worth. So we have that. This I already bet. Dodgers over 4.5. Otherwise, I'd bet it again. We have Cowboys over 24.5. So we can go here. We're going to have a little parlay, okay? What is more fun than a parlay? So we'll go here, and we have Cowboys over 24.5, exactly as OddsJam says. Now our parlay is plus 372 odds. The higher, the better. So, hey, let's see if there's anything else. Whoa, Army UTSA, minus 110. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, that looks a little good, although market width may be a bit higher, so maybe you skip that one. Army UTSA under 54.5. So we'll go here, and then we want Army UTSA under 54.5. Now our parlay is plus 802. Maybe we get one last leg if we want it. How about the Cubs plus 139? Sure, why not? So we go to baseball again, and we're going to have a crazy long shot parlay. All legs are mathematically profitable. They have an edge over the sportsbook. So this free bet, is pretty optimized, right? We're probably the conversion rate of this free bet in terms of the value, in terms of EV or net profit margin is like $190, maybe even higher, right? Maybe even close to $200. But anyways, what we can do is lock this in, and it logged me out. But regardless, we'll call it a day there. That's the free bet I'm going to lock in, and let's make some money.